For developing in-app code, we create a directory with the vendor namespace first, and then in there a directory with a module name. So, vendor name, module name. The first character of each has to be uppercase. For the remaining characters, we can use upper or lowercase. Now that we have the module directory, we need to create 3 files to complete the module. We need a registration.php file, an etc module.xml file, and a composer.json. For now, I won't go into the details about the purpose of each of these files. That will be covered again by a later video. Let's just go through the steps of creating a new module first, without getting distracted by everything that would be possible. So, the order in which we create the required files doesn't matter. I tend to go with the registration.php or etc module.xml first. Let's start with the module.xml. This file lives in an etc folder. Let's examine an example from a core module. Every module has an etc module.xml. Pick any module and copy it over into your mate2tv empty etc directory. So copy, paste. And now we need to adjust it. So we can get rid of this here. And we do have to adjust the module name. This will be our namespace underscore our module name. And then we have to choose an initial setup version. From Magento 2.3 onward, the setup version attribute will be deprecated, but up until now it is required. Now, we don't need any sequence node here because our module so far hasn't got any dependencies. And that's our module.xml. The next file is the registration.php file, which goes straight into the module directory. Again, every core module has one, so let's copy one over and adjust it as well. There it is. Copy and paste straight into empty. So I'll get rid of the comment. I'll adjust the module identifier. And I also like importing the class. For me, this is more readable. It doesn't have any functionality difference. Finally, we need to create a composer.json file. This file will list some meta information about our module. It will allow our module to be installed with Composer. Again, it can be copied over from a core module. So let's do that and remove anything that isn't required. Copy, paste also directly into the module directory. So the package name also has a vendor and a package. We'll start with the vendor name, which will be our vendor name for our module, only in lowercase. The module prefix for Magento modules is a good convention to follow, even though it's technically not required. Let's stick with it. And after that, we add our module name in lowercase. Descriptions, NA, I'm fine with this, not applicable or not available, I'm not sure, doesn't matter. And so far, we haven't got any requirements. Well, except PHP. Technically, Magento doesn't even support PHP 7.0 anymore, so let's get rid of that ancient version. But I do want to add 7.2 for our module. Type Magento 2 module, that's required. But we don't need a version. This is just something that Magento adds for convenience for us. And as a license, I prefer the BSD 3 clause for an open source license. And in the autoload section, we do have to specify the registration PHP file. And as the PSR4 autoloading prefix, we specify our vendor namespace and our module name again. Like this. And that's it. That's all there is to creating the files for an empty module in app code.